Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen again. This is Dan Spreckley, the Golden Pirates. I will be showing you the Grinner Knot today. Right, the Grinner Knot is not too far different from the Blood Knot, except it has better qualities to it. Less constriction, very little friction, making it a stronger and better knot that does not damage your line, so you don't end up with those little pigtails when the fish won't break the knots. So that's the good point. I found this knot after when I was just a kid. I lost a fair few fish, which was very frustrating, finding little pigtails at the end of my lines where the fish have where the knots have broken, showing that there was damage to the line, to the knot, making it my fault. Which of course it was, but that was the frustrating bit. I then I was purchasing various fishing magazines at the time, and there was a carp magazine called Total Carp, and in that magazine they often have various knots for people to use and try on various bits of tackle, and in there happened to be the Grinner Knot. And ever since I used that knot, I have not lost a fish through breaking knots. And it's quite an easy knot, it's quite simple, there's not much to it, so anyone should be able to do it. Alright, so once again we will use my trusty rope. Thank you very much, rope. Yes, very good, nice and taut. And my trusty forceps with some lovely large eyes on them. Right, so same with the blood knot. Tag end goes through the eye. Alright, so you've now got your tag end running along the main line. Alright, now what I like to do to make things easier, okay, so tag end main line, is turn it over. Okay, so your tag end is now below the main line. Alright, and what I do, thumb and forefinger, just pinch that loop around the actual eye, it just holds everything where it is. Alright, now this is my important bit I like to mention, is the actual loop goes behind the main line. So as you're looking at it, you've got your hook link, your main line, whatever you're using, alright, and then you've got the tag end, and the tag end creates a loop behind the main line. Okay, now that's important. Okay, so once you've done that and you've got the loop, I put the loop in my thumb and forefinger with the other loop that you pass through the actual eye. Alright, and now with the tag end you go over the entire thing, over the top, over the top. Now as you can see, the main line runs along the top of the loop, so you want it to go over everything and then through the loop, push through. Alright, and now you've got one loop going over and through the loop, holding it all together. Alright, now with the grinners you can do as many pass-throughs as you like. Okay, I quite like 6, I often use 4, but either way it is a very strong knot. I suggest with bigger fish 6s are quite nice, 8 can be good, but I don't usually go that many. I sometimes use 2s, but it's only when I'm messing around. Okay, the less go-throughs you have, the more constriction you have on the line. Alright, you don't have as many loops to hold the pull strength of the fish. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do 4 today. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4. Alright, and it creates these lovely neat loops here. Alright, it probably won't be so neat if you're using mono or fluorocarbon. If you're using braid it might well be a little bit neater, but you'll still have them spread out. Okay, now what you do with the tag end is you pull. Alright, you pull with the tag end, alright, and that tightens the knot down. It's a little bit more difficult with rope, as it sort of it doesn't come together quite so easily, but it will end up with a knot like so. Okay, now you don't want to tighten it all the way down, you want it to be partially loose because you've still got one more little process to do. Alright, now the main part is this part here. This will be where your knot will slide down. Alright, now this is what makes it so fantastic. You've already done the press down, so it's constricting. Alright, but this is where the friction is reduced. Alright, you're not running the knot, the twists, the turns, and pulling it all the way down the line. You've already done the knot and the twist, and the entire knot is being slid down the line, creating less friction. Okay, to make it even better, I'm not going to do it with the rope because it's not going to make a difference. Alright, but with mono, fluoro, braid probably less likely, but you want to wet this section here. Alright, just so it slides down a little easier. Alright, and then basically once you've wet it, you just pull on the actual main section and it all comes down nice and neat. Alright, now the fantastic bit about the Grinner is that you can cut this tag end off quite close and it will not slip. Alright, now the only extra part, like I always say, confidence is key. The more confidence you have, the more confidence that you're going to have of catching a fish. Okay? Confidence is key. So what I do is once I cut the tag end, I blotch it. Alright? Now if you're under 16 years old, I suggest having a guardian with you just to make sure you don't hurt yourself, or to have them do it for you. Is basically a lighter or a match. I definitely suggest a lighter more so than a match because you have a bit more control. Basically you touch the flame to the part of the tag end, and as it burns it releases its substance, creating a bulb. Alright, and what you can do is you can touch it down with your finger very quick and light, and it will spread it out, and this stops it from slipping out at all. No extra knots, no extra hassle, and it gives it full confidence that will not slip at all. Okay, now that is the Grinner Knot. I hope it is useful and the extra size has helped out in how it is made. My next knot will be the Palomar knot, one of my favourite knots, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much.